When you're talking about the salary cap and you're thinking about the pre-award is working on the budget, putting together the detailed budget, and the salary cap has gone up. What, the new one is 221,900, so over the last 2 years, it's gone up, what, $15,000?
Yes.
So if you're looking at that and you're in pre-award and there's no cost sharing and you're putting it in, the salary cap's going up, but the award amount stays the same. So how would you say when the award is funded and post-award now has the budget and they have to make it all work, and pre-award just kind of put the numbers in, and now how would you tell the audience to make it work now when the salary caps keep going up, but the award remains the same? Would you look at it as the same as, I'm not sure I can do this based on a budget cut, or would you, and reduce the aims? How would you do that? What recommendation to post award?
Where are we in the project? And I love this question because there's rumors at the University of Maryland in the state of Maryland that we're going to get raises. Okay. So the first thing, we had this dry spell at the university where we never got a raise. So everything was it was easy because you never got a raise. But all of a sudden we're starting to get raises at a rapid rate, very similar to the cost sharing commitment going up. And what I would do in that situation is, and I say this to my PIs because the first thing I get is we can't afford it. Okay, we can't pay this additional increase. That's always the answer. So then I say, I'll tell you what, when you get to the end of your budget and it's a problem, we're going to look at that. We certainly are going to look at that. But I'm also going to look at the escalation factors that hopefully you built into your budget when you submitted it 4 years ago and then you came up. Most times there's enough in there to help them out. Okay. The other thing in this case of a salary cap, you could lower the level of effort on it as long as the PI could still get it done and you weren't within some 25% thing. Is it the last year of the ward and you have a little bit of excess you can do, then I would just let it go. Again, the salary cap, we all know what we have to do and how we have to adjust it. But in the case I was thinking about when I wrote this line, 3.5 years in, and if someone from my office were in here, I'd ask them what was the name of the small little agency that had it. We had no idea there was a salary cap on it. No one in our pre-award office had an idea there was a salary cap. And it was only, we were a sub to somebody else. It was only when they didn't get paid and the post-award office calls and say they're not paying because there's a salary cap. And like, where's the salary cap? So that just shows you how things can get up and how you have to have flexibility. Same with raises. Okay, you can't afford it. Let's see where you are at the end of it. What escalation factor did you put in? Is the money rarely there? But here's another thing. Here's another thing that then again, I think it goes to your question, Erin. Thank you. I like it so much. One of the things that happened to us recently is we found out we're submitting grants into a certain will not be named agency who routinely chops your budget before it comes back. The error in the offices was the money came in, nobody noticed the 10% difference, and they were spending in categories based on the original budget. Okay, what happened there? I'm not sure, but everybody knows, bam, now all of a sudden and this had a lot of human subjects and testing and all of these complications. Where did the communication break down? When pre-award put it in, it was good faith. And what we call in pre-award, I have pre-award department people and I have pre-award central people. Okay, post-award really isn't out there in the central sense, but now here we are down here and someone's looking over and going, what am I supposed to do with this? You're overspent in every single category. Okay. So where is the communication breakdown? The pre-award office I don't know, when you send the notice of award, there should be a big thing that says, notice this was cut by 10%. So now what aren't you going to do? Or what aren't you gonna do? Or were you gonna do separately? And are you gonna go back to the program officer and say, I can't have 50 participants anymore, I can only have 40 because you cut it? Is there a chance we could get more money? I guess we're gonna have to try, because now I have all these awards overspent. But because the communication broke down, here I am. So coordinating those kinds of things are incredibly important, and helping us to resolve, because I'm not really sure who's going to pay for these overruns. It was a mistake on so many levels.